What guitar are you playing?
I'm playing an Electrolux.
It's a vacuum cleaner, man.
This thing sucks. But it sucks real good.
Welcome to today's episode of Off the Record. So this is episode 1, and today we have
Nathan E. Murphy, and I'm here to do a small interview for my new album Sasquavine, which comes out this Friday, 26th of April.
And that'll be on all the digital platforms?
It is. It's released through Gyrostream, and that'll be on iTunes, Amazon.
Is there going to be a physical copy, or is it just going to be purely digital?
There will be CDs available. It's a 10-song album, 22 minutes, short punk.
Why did you make this record?
Is a revisit to an album which I did back when I was 18.
Oh, right.
I made this record because I was a bit frustrated with music not being fast enough and not being punk enough. It was never up to the standard of today's qualities. I had to get some new players in, and we've done some arrangement changes and increased the quality tenfold.
Where did you record it?
Recorded this back at Taramellon Studios, which is where I did the first EP back in the day.
So tell us about Alan.
When I first met Alan, got him out of the paper. True gentleman and very knowledged.
What special gear does he have there?
We did it through his Neve desk. He has some brilliant microphones and audio equipment. He organised one of our other friends, Trevor Stoffick, to come down and do the recording, and he did the mastering also.
And the background of Trev?
Trev is also in the punk scene. He has been for a long time, quite respected in the scene.
And what did he do to your record?
He bought in some amps. I'd intended on just taking my one amp and a few pedals. Next thing, we've got a wall of guitar sound with 3 amp heads set up and on one cabinet, and we certainly fattened it up by putting in a few different guitars and amp sounds.
Because you had an MI Audio and a Mesa Boogie head, I saw. Who played on your recording?
I did all the beds for it, do the guitars and vocals, and then got in Chris Gilbert, did the bass for it. Stuart Milton did all the drums for it, and then Doug de Jong come in and did his amazing lead work over the top.
So what I did in some of Nathan's songs was add a different texture, got some Tom Morello influenced concepts on there, effects on the guitar, but not using the effects. I played the guitar in unorthodox ways. But more importantly, it was actually contributing to the message of the song.
Essentially what I asked Doug to come in and do was to add some tension and some feels around the riffs. Just wanted it to piece the music together. I just wanted it to be dark and not really boy band stuff.
Maybe tell us about some of the songs, what they're about and what they mean to you. If I dig a little bit deeper, is it about your own inner demons, or everyone's got demons of sorts to master?
At the time, I'd been through a head injury. I'd experienced losing sight in my eye, having to battle a stutter to get my speech back. I wasn't the happy kid, felt a little bit left out. That's such as why it ended up a dark album, because I was in a dark period of my life. It's cool now that I've come through, and I'm actually super positive because I've realised that that's the best way to stay happy.
So let's talk about just briefly how we met.
I met Doug. He was a good friend of my past drummer, Tony Garry. My other band was Two Tone Nath, 2-piece, Tony Garry on drums, myself, Nathan E. Murphy on guitar and vocals. We played for 3.5 years and until he had a tragic accident, after which I met Doug at Tony's wake, funny enough, drummed for me, such as where I met him. And I said, "You're a really good drummer." And he said, "I'm not a drummer, but I can play guitar."
Yeah, right. Yeah, so my version of it is, so we're both being existing in parallel. Maybe it looks better that way. It looks better that way too. Tony was actually played in my covers band for quite a number of years back in the day. And before the covers band situation, I was a drummer in originals band, and we both did lots of gigs in parallel. Ironically, one was called Camel Toe, that was the band I played in, and his was Dysfunctional. But Tony did tell me about you for quite some time. As things unfold, we never actually got to meet each other until an unfortunate situation. So, and you've got something on your guitar that connects. Yeah,
this actually was from Tony when he passed away. One of his good friends who Tony brought up doing sidecar racing, got some stickers made up. It's now part of my guitar, and that's tribute to Tony. T77 was his old racing number.
So yeah, we're just putting it out there to all the sidecar people. You will be remembered. So through this collaboration now, so we're still making music. Tony, dedicated to you, pushing it forward. So can you play us some riffs from the songs?
Sure.
And maybe what was the song about?
A New Friend. It's a song that I wrote as a young kid, going to a lot of parties, and it's essentially about smoking. There is an odd one, Indian Dude, which I threw in the middle there. I actually wrote that sitting in the seat of my XD Falcon back in the day.
Rock and roll.
As you do.
And what's the song about?
People living in the free world, as I was talking about it. I felt like I was kind of trapped in life, having troubles with my eye, my speech, getting day-to-day life at the time after a head injury. And I noticed the guy beside me who had his lights on. And I thought, it's blue skies, there's sun out.
What is life? What is love?
The name 36AFG came from the original chord pattern that I did.
Isn't it Powderfingers did the same thing?
Did they?
DAF. Unless they like DAF trucks, I have no idea.
They could be, yeah. Good engines. Song number 3 is Bus Driver.
Bus driver, bus driver! Bus driver, bus driver!
And it's about basically being the party, realising that it doesn't matter where you are, who you're with, how you got there or how you're getting home. How you enjoy it is all up to you. And a lot of people forget this in life. They think that they can buy it from a shop or they can get it out of a packet. It's just not how it happens in life. The last song on there is called Self Descent, and I wanted to do a song that was as fast lyrically as I could sing and able to be concepted by the listener. I don't know if people can really understand it, but it's the riff was actually
That was actually rather scary. Have the seatbelt on there. Oh my god.
the riff I got from a Living Colour song. What's the name?
As an influence, yeah.
As an influence.
What's it, copy and paste?
No, yeah, well. Let's just say I asked them, they didn't answer me back, so. No, Living Colour were a great influence band on me as a kid.
Vernon Reid.
Yeah, Vernon Reid,
He's
such a great guitarist, yeah. And I was reading about him through Guitar magazine and that back in the 90s. And I really loved how he was able to shred and do some really fast riffs.
He's also a very outside player too. You know?
Yeah, they also played a lot of funk and jazzy stuff, and I really liked that.
What do you hope to achieve now that you've done this record?
I don't understand why everyone doesn't make music. I see it as an option that's there for everybody, just like playing soccer or going down the shops,
right.
Watching TV.
But you'll have to check out the record. So when's
Please
the record
do.
coming together?
Yeah, your record comes out on the 26th of April, this Friday. You'll be able to download it off iTunes.
Good luck with your record, and we'll have to have another follow-up.
Thank you so much to Doug de Jong for coming along and not only doing this video now, but being part of my album and adding some amazing guitar technique that I simply just can't bring to the party, and such is why I got a man like Doug involved.
Thank you. So what kind of guitar do you play?
This is a Gretsch Electromatic. It's a hollow body guitar similar to the Gibson 335, but this one has a steel stringer going through the neck. It's got
Looks like a Bigsby, yeah?
got the Bigsby that I love having on this guitar.
Yeah.
And it Serves me well.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show,
Thank you, sir.
and I'll see you again next time.
That'd be great.